Welcome back, e-commerce sellers and soon-to-be e-commerce sellers. My name is Sophia, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to find profitable products to sell on Walmart fast. If you've already been watching our channel, you know we teach you at ALGO how to sell on Amazon step by step and build a profitable, scalable business, all from the comfort of your own home. But recently, Walmart has been scaling and growing for sellers as well. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to analyze products from suppliers to find opportunities to sell on Walmart. If you want to learn more step by step how to open your Walmart store, how to get suppliers to sell, how to open those relationships with suppliers and get their product lists, then click the link below this video after you've watched it so that you can join us on a free 1-hour class where we will teach you how to start and we will talk about ALGO's community. So if you want and it fits for you, you can join us and learn how to build a scalable business online. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to teach you how to find profitable products for Walmart now.
For product analysis for Walmart, we're also going to see very similar things that when we're doing product analysis for Amazon. Remember that most platforms copy Amazon, so we're gonna have an FBA equivalent, which is WFS, and it's gonna have fees just like FBA fees. Also, we're gonna see referral fees. We're gonna be able to see as well the badges stating how much products is a particular listing selling, just like in Amazon. If we click on a particular listing that's selling a lot, we should be able to see a badge beneath the listing where we can see if it's selling 100 units a month, 200 units a month. And we're only going to use one tool, which is called Multiseller Pro. That's the pop-up that came right here to the right. They have a Chrome extension, like you can see here. We can see additional details about the product, sellers, etc. Multiseller Pro has different pricing structures. If we click here on pricing, I'm already logged in, but you will be able to see this when you're signing up. They have a bundle because they have two different tools. One that is for influencers, people that are doing affiliate marketing in Amazon. We're not doing that. So we're just going to click on Seller Pro and we're going to get the pricing for just the tool that we need for Walmart. So here I'm on the $69 a month plan, which is their most expensive plan and includes all of their tools. And they have a free trial. I think it's 7 or maybe 10 days. I'm not able to see it anymore because I've already used it. But you can use it free trial, test it out, see if it works for you, and then continue paying it if you wish to. Now, you don't need to pay the most expensive plan. Basically, what we'll be using most is the wholesale scan, which I will show you in a moment, and also the Chrome installs, which is all included here. So the Chrome extension. Also, you can use a mobile app installs if you're doing retail arbitrage, but mostly we're going to be using the Chrome extension and wholesale scan. So you can do this plan, and this one would be okay. You don't need this last one. Okay, so I'm going to click on dashboard, and this is a screen you'll see once you've paid for the program, when you've entered the free trial. And the first thing you need to do is install the Chrome extension. So scroll down until you see Chrome extensions, click here. And it's going to take you to the Chrome web store. You do need to use Google Chrome for this, but I suggest that you install it if you don't have it. And then you're going to click on install for Chrome. I already have it installed. And once you've installed it, it's going to open when you enter Walmart and open up a listing like this one. It's not going to open on the main screen of Walmart. It's going to open when you actually are on a listing. It should open automatically like it just did mine. Yours is going to open and you are going to need to sign in again so that it connects with your account. So just sign in, and after that you should be able to see the Chrome extension like it is right now. If you're interested in doing retail arbitrage, which means buying from physical stores, buying products from physical stores and then flipping them for a profit on Walmart, you definitely are able to. As many of you know, Walmart has fewer gating restrictions than Amazon at this point. So at this point, I would not recommend doing retail arbitrage for Amazon, but for Walmart, it's very viable to do so. So if you're interested in that, you can use a mobile app. It's not actually an app. It's actually when you click on it, it'll take you to a scanner. So you can open this on your phone and it'll let you scan a product here. I need to give it access, but it'll let you scan a product here, or you can upload a photo and basically it'll tell you additional details about the product. It really works like the seller app for Amazon seller app that you can download in your phone, but not the customer app from Amazon, the seller app, which is an app that has also a barcode scanner. You can scan physical products, physical barcodes, and it'll tell you if the product's gated. It'll have a profit calculator installed there. So this basically works like that, but for Walmart. So you can open this link, Multiseller Pro, on your phone, and then click on RI mobile app, and you'll be able to scan with your phone, and it'll tell you all of that data. If you're gated, it'll have a profit calculator, it'll tell you your sales, etc. So definitely check that out if you're interested in doing retail arbitrage and flipping products for Walmart. Now, what we're going to focus on after we've installed the Chrome extension is the wholesale scan. So really, retail arbitrage is a little bit more time consuming. I would recommend retail arbitrage for those of you who already really love to go into stores, shopping, scanning products. If you're into that, definitely keep on doing it. If you don't particularly like that and you're interested in building and scaling your business fast, and you have money to invest in bulk, in wholesale items, then definitely I will recommend that you follow along with a wholesale scan tool. However, if you're just starting out, you want to get to know the process, you don't have that much money to get started on, then retail arbitrage may be for you. If you already have like a little bit more budget to buy in bulk, buy products in bulk from suppliers, definitely we're going to focus on the wholesale scan, just because it's more scalable, it's easier to find, it's faster definitely to find products this way. So how it works is basically we're going to upload a product list from a supplier, any product list that you have. I have a bunch here downloaded in my computer. I'm going to upload them. This is an example of a product list from a supplier. You can see that we have the UPC column, and we also have the wholesale, the cost, right? The purchasing cost, what it's going to cost us. So basically these are the only two columns that we need. It doesn't matter if we have more columns on the spreadsheet, but we need to at least have two columns for this to work. The UPC column, and we don't forcefully need a cost column. Well, we do need a cost. It can be set to 0 if you don't know the cost of anything. If your supplier didn't share the actual cost of every UPC, you can just put 0 on everything and it'll work. But if we have the actual cost of the UPC, then it's better, because the tool is gonna be able to match these UPCs with Walmart's product, and it's gonna be able to tell us if we have profit at our supplier's sale cost, right? So that's what we want. We want the tool to match these UPCs, tell us which of these UPCs are available on Walmart, and we want it to scan the actual price, compare it to the price on Walmart, and tell us if with the price from our supplier, we have a profit on Walmart. So that's what we're going to do. This is something that we're going to upload a spreadsheet like this. We're going to click on upload. And then once we upload the file, we need to map those columns. We just need to tell Multiseller Pro what is the price column. So for example, here it's automatically grabbing the wrong column, which is the Amazon link. The price column is this one that says wholesale price, right? So we need to correct that, wholesale price. And then the identifier column is also wrong. I don't know why, but it's grabbing for all of them is grabbing the Amazon link for reference, but we are not actually looking for scans for Amazon, we're looking for Walmart. So actually the identifier column is this column that says UPC. So usually it grabs the correct column. In this case it's not. Just make sure that you correct it if not. And then the image URL, I'm going to put none because we don't have an image URL column. Identifier type is UPC. I'm going to click on continue to validation. And now we're going to add the name of the supplier. Right here, I'm going to put supplier demo. But you should put the name of the supplier and the date. So the year and the month. Because remember that suppliers constantly are changing their price lists. They're updating them sometimes. So make sure to put the month and the year. All right. So what's going to happen is that it's going to appear like pending, because it's going to start processing. So what it's processing, basically, it's trying to match the list of UPCs that I gave it. It's trying to find those UPCs on Walmart, see if any of those UPCs are already listed on Walmart, and then scraping the data, like the sales data, sellers data, profit, the fees, everything, all the costs. So here we're gonna see completed, which means how many rows it has already processed. So it has completed 76 out of 1400. So it's gonna take a while. But out of all the rows that it has gone through, it has found 63 deals. So what does deals mean? Deals means UPCs that it found on Walmart, right? So the matches. So for example, right now it's 94 rows, but out of those 94 UPCs, only 74 so far have been matched on Walmart, have been listed on Walmart, right? So the others, the remnants, are the ones that are UPCs that are in our suppliers list, but cannot be found on Walmart, okay? So at the end of the day, when it finishes processing, for example, this one was also a list of 800 rows in total that it went through. But out of 800 UPCs from this supplier, only 300 were listed on Walmart. So if we have gone through these 800 manually, it would have taken us maybe weeks to go through all of those UPCs manually, go to Walmart, search for the UPC right here or the product name right here, try to find it manually. It would have taken us weeks at a time. But instead, as you can see right here, because it's still processing, this process is quite fast. Even though it may take maybe an hour, 2 hours to finish processing all of these rows, it's still way faster and really a time saver compared to doing it ourselves. So what it'll look like, well, this processes, we can click view deals and it'll show us what it has processed so far. You can see here, it's processing. Some of these don't have profit, some of these do. We can see already the results. We can actually click on any particular, let me click on one that has a profit. We can click here and it'll take us to the page of the product in Walmart. So here we can see the page of the product. And also when we click on it, remember that the Chrome extension will automatically open up so that we can see any other additional details that do not show up in this initial sheet, in this initial display. We can click here and see other things. Like, for example, we have a profit calculator right here. We can also see the historical data, just like Keepa would do in Amazon. Here we can see the historical data, which is like offer counts, how many sellers have come in, what's the historical price in the past 90 days, if any reviews have come in the past 90 days, which is not the case right here. We can see the sellers. If we scroll down, we can see how many sellers are seller fulfilled. This is the same as merchant fulfilled in Amazon, and WFS is the equivalent to FBA, so Walmart Fulfillment Services. But in this case, both of these sellers are seller fulfilled, which is the equivalent of merchant fulfilled. That means they're doing the fulfillment themselves rather than delegating that to Walmart. And here we can see that both of the sellers are seller fulfilled. We can add notes to a particular product. We can copy this row to a Google Sheets or a CSV. We can also reverse source if we didn't have a supplier. In this case, we do have a supplier for this product, but if we didn't, we could click here, Google Links, and it'll help us reverse source because we can see here, it'll automatically search for the product. If we saw a source here that had a lower price, perhaps a sale price, compared to the one that is on Walmart, we could flip that, purchase it from any of these sources and resell it on Walmart. So that's what that button works for. But in this case, we do have a supplier because this is a supplier's product list. You can see that we found 200 deals so far. I'm going to use this one that has already completely processed as an example, just to show you that we can filter out by BSR, right? So best seller rank, to see which of these are selling the most. Okay, so these are the ones that have the lowest BSR. So supposedly these are the ones that should be selling the most. So let's click on one of these. This one, as we can see, our supplier's cost is $6.99. It's selling at $18.99. So we have a $5 profit right there, which is an 81% ROI. That's fantastic. We can click on the product to open up the Walmart page for this. All right, so this actually seems like a new listing. So maybe for some reason this product is trending and that's why it's selling most. I can see some other listings right here of a product related. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna search for this directly here to see if we have other listings. Hello Kitty Penguin, let's see. Let's see what comes up. So I can see several different listings. The difference with Amazon is that in Walmart, you can actually right now list more than once for an UPC. Amazon wouldn't let you do that anymore. I can see here one listing that has one review. Let's see. So what would happen if our cost were if our sale price were to go down to $14.90? We can see here, we can scroll down and input our cost from the supplier, which is $6.99. So here I'm going to put $6.99. And I can see the ROI has gone down, obviously, because this sale price was $18.99. Our ROI used to be 81%. Right now it's 31%. We're still making a profit though. We can see here the WFS fees, which is the equivalent to the FBA fees and the referral fees for this price. So here I can see that we have some other sellers, but none of them are WFS. So immediately, just by having our product being stored in the Walmart warehouse, we would immediately be winning this buy box out of all these sellers, who, by the way, have very little stock anyway, but which we could probably win this buy box out of all of these just by selling WFS, which is interesting. And we don't have much data on the sales. It says that they don't have much data. I would be interested to see this rating, the date of this rating, but I cannot see it. Unfortunately, they didn't leave a reviews. You can also filter right here by, if you click on the marketplace filters, you can click right here and filter to include like a minimum reviews. Remember that reviews often tell us sales. Do not use the filter by badges. In my experience, this don't really work that well, because like, for example, if I click on the 100 bought since yesterday, but then if I click on bestseller, different products will appear, which is, I mean, that's wrong, because just because one has a bestseller badge doesn't mean I don't want to see those products that have sold 100 since yesterday. So you can either select them all or not include them at all. Let me not include the reduced price in all of these. I'm gonna click on apply. So here's showing, I can also filter by ROI, like add a minimum of 10% ROI. Okay, and that'll filter out those that didn't have any profit. So here I can see that with those filters, I only have 3 products right here. This one I've previously analyzed, and I can put a heart on it on the ones that I really like, and then I can see them right here if I click on Fabs. So what I usually do is that I use filters, play around with them, analyze all the products, and then the ones that I really like, I put a heart into it, the ones that I want to purchase, and then I can go to Fabs right here, and I can see all of these are products that I previously analyzed and want to purchase to sell on Walmart. And you can, so these are my favorites. So these are the ones that I would then forward to my supplier asking to make a purchase order. And then I can go back, and as you can see, the catalog that we just uploaded is still working. And then this will give me additional products that I can further analyze using the same filters, like 10% minimum ROI. And then I can put a minimum reviews of 10. This will give me, so we had 300 deals, but right now with this filter, with those 2 filters, so the minimum ROI and the minimum reviews, I have already narrowed down from 300 to 48 products that I would analyze now. See how much they're selling using the Chrome extension right here. See if they have recent reviews, because that'll also tell me if they have sold recently, right? So I can scroll down, see how many sellers. This just has 1 seller, no recent verified reviews, no apparent sales, so this one wouldn't be interesting to me. And then just keep going one by one and analyzing them. As you can see, this is a pretty quick process, because basically we're just looking to see if they have recent reviews, how many sellers they have, estimated sales, and keep going, right? I can also play with these filters, add the label, see if we can find anything, remove the reviews, click on apply. So apparently from the 300 it's gone through, right now I can only see one of these products that are actually selling and also have the minimum ROI, right? So this one has a 15% ROI. which is lower, but it does have like a lot of sales per day. Although Walmart's selling it, so we need to keep going and find another similar product, because this product is being selling by Walmart, and obviously they're WFS, so they'll probably carry much of the buy box percentage. Okay, so this sells a lot, but I think Walmart is in the buy box right now. Sold and shipped by Walmart. So I would need to wait until this is done, because we still have like 700 to process yet. But anyways, I'm gonna click on my fabs and I'm gonna analyze this product so that you can see. All right, so this product right here is a product that I'm interested in. It has a bunch of ratings, 83 sales a day, which is great. It constantly has reviews. This is a popular product. So remember that most people don't leave reviews. I would say one review is equal to like 100 sales. And there are a couple sellers here, but WFS only 3 sellers, and Walmart is not one of them. So I could definitely share the buy box with these people. And by the way, the person who is selling it at a low price, which is $11, only has 14 in stock. So they'll probably run out of this fast, and I can put my price to $14.59 and share the buy box with these 2 other sellers. May make even more profit. Right now, here we have the cost. The profit calculator set at $11.49. Obviously, when that seller runs out of stock, he's selling at $11, and we push that price back to, let's say, $14.49. We'll have a much bigger ROI and a much bigger profit. We can see here what the WFS fees will be and the referral fees. And this is a very interesting product that was found from one of the supplier wholesale scans that we did, right? The past wholesale scan that we did right here from this one. And I also found a bunch of other products from that supplier. So what I can do now is just go back to my supplier and make a purchase order for all of these products that I found interesting. Now, as you can see, this process doesn't take a long time. I've been recording this for maybe 30 minutes and it hasn't finished, so it'll take up to an hour, I think. But once it's done, I can do the same process that I did with the other one. Click on view deals, do a couple of filters around, and then with the help of the Chrome extension, just see some of those additional details that I'm looking for. Then I can just copy the UPC code and send it to my supplier to make a purchase order. So that's basically how you analyze products for Walmart. It's the same as for Amazon. Those of you who have previously analyzed products for Amazon, it's basically the same. We're going to use a profit calculator. We're going to use tools. We're going to look at the sales. We're going to look at the competition, how many of those sellers are selling the equivalent of FBA, which is WFS, in this case only 3. And one of them is about to run out of stock within this month, the other one as well. So we're going to be looking at competition, how many of those are WFS, sales, profit, and basically that's it. And we're going to use a bulk scanner like the one in Multiseller Pro to do this process as fast as possible for ourselves and not be analyzing 800 products at a time, but instead being filtering out, looking at just the deals that have our particular filters. I use the ROI filters and the sales filters or the BSR filters to do this. And then I go by analyzing one by one with the Chrome extension. So happy selling. I suggest that you use Multiseller Pro. We're in no way affiliated with Multiseller Pro. This is just a tool that we found works for us for doing a bulk scan of supplier product lists. So after this, what you would do is go back to your suppliers, scrape as many product lists as you can, and find products to sell on Walmart. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.